Hi there. Today we're going to talk about transposing. And transposing is super important when we are talking about or trying to solve any electrical theory problem. It lets us work with the base formulas and move from there, so we're not remembering a ton of different formulas. Now when we're transposing, it's very key to remember that we're dealing with an equation. And with an equation, we have our equal sign. We have to know that our equal sign means both sides are equal. So whatever we do to one side of the equal sign, we are going to have to do to the other side of the equal sign. So if we're looking at this equation over here, let's say we are going to look for b. So we want to figure out what b equals. So b equals question mark, we're like, okay, I've got c squared equals a squared plus b squared, which is Pythagorean's theorem, and we're going to work a lot with this formula over the year. So, first thing to remember, if I am transposing, I'm going to ask myself two questions. My first question, is it on top? With all numbers, we can imagine it something like this, right? Every number, if I have 7, well, I'm like, oh, is it on top? Well, I can imagine it as 7 over 1. 7 will be on top. It doesn't change when I divide by 1. So when I'm looking at something like this, I can imagine everything is on top, so I'm good. The next question I need to ask myself, is it alone? In this case, b squared, or b is not alone. It's a squared plus b squared, so we need to get rid of that a squared. We also are going to need to get rid of our squared. So our first step, we need to do the opposite function of what we have. So because we have a plus b, if we are just to minus a squared here, well, that's going to cancel these guys out. But we have to keep in mind what we do to one side, we need to do to the other side of the equal sign as well, which gives us now c squared minus a squared equals b squared. Perfect. Unfortunately, still not alone, right? We're still squared and we're looking for just b. Well, in order to get rid of this square, what we're going to do is we are going to square root the b, and those will cancel each other out. However, we do it to one side, we need to do it to the other side. We square rooted this whole side, which means we're going to need to square root this whole side, leaving both the c and the a underneath that square root symbol, which leaves us with the square root of c squared minus a squared equals b. Perfect. Now we're going to move on to this equation here. It's another formula that we're going to see a whole bunch coming up. First question we want to always ask ourselves, is it on top? In this case, we're going to say we are looking for f. Well, f is clearly down here on the bottom. So our very first step is we need to get f up to the top side. And in order to do this, what we're going to do is we're actually going to take f from over here and we're just going to move it up to the other side of the equal sign, but put it up on top. And the reason that works is what we're doing is we are multiplying this side by f. Well, that f and that f cancel each other out. We do it to one side, we better be doing it to the other side. So now we'll have x c times f equals 1 over 2 pi c. So now, is it on top? Yes, it's on top. But now what we need to do, is it alone? It's not alone. What we have is we have xc times f equals 1 over 2 times pi times c. We need to get rid of our xc. Because these are multiplied together, we're going to do the opposite. So we're going to divide this side by xc. That's going to mean these will cancel each other out. And remember, what we do to one side, we need to do to the other side as well. So that's going to give us f equals 1 over 2 pi c. We need to divide this side by xc as well, so we just put it down here, leaving us with f equals 1 over 2 pi c xc. I hope that helps. Thanks for watching.